Shalom Aleichem, everybody. I hope everything's going very well. In this video, I'm going to be giving you a couple of techniques to help you try to overcome the Yetzer Hara, overcome the evil inclination that we all have. Basically, there's a general concept that God created us and we have a good inclination. Our soul wants to do good, the right thing, our godly soul. And then we also have an animal soul which desires physical things and always desires to be satisfied and only cares about itself, essentially, in its nature, in its natural evil inclination, in evil inclined nature. But it's obviously neutral, our body, meaning that it has an evil inclination, but has the ability to be transformed and overcome and brought into, to be a good chariot, in a sense. It can be transformed to the positive, holy side, to say the least. But it has this evil inclination, which gives us free will to overcome our bodies, to transform our bodies in a good, positive way. And the only reason why Hashem gave us an evil inclination is to give us free will and to really understand holiness even better, because He allows us now to understand the opposite of holiness. So now all of our evil inclinations that we have, we can transform them, and then our lusts and desires can be used for the good, that we could desire godliness, and we could have that passion, that energy that could be used in negative ways. We could use it in a holy way. And so now, how do we overcome this Yetzer Hara? What's a good technique? The best thing to do is Torah and mitzvot, with the intention that by doing this you're overpowering the Yetzer Hara. As you know, our soul, our godly soul, is compared to a flame, and the mitzvahs and good deeds and the Torah that we learn is compared to the wax of the flame. So the more good deeds we do and the more Torah we learn, the more fuel we're giving to this flame that is our soul. And the stronger the flame is, the more it's going to brighten the darkness, and the more it's going to overpower the darkness. You could have a very, very dark room. Meaning you could have a person who's in a very, very dark place. But when you put fuel to that little candle, when you add a little fuel, you add a little fuel to the fire. You put a couple logs of oily wood in the campfire, the bonfire. What happens? Even if it's a small little fire, it's going to ignite. Same thing with our souls. No matter how dark and no matter how dark of a place a person is, if we turn to the Creator and we give our souls a little fuel, we learn a little Torah, we do a good deed for another, that deed could be enough to reignite the flame, which is our soul, and to bring us out of this darkness, to bring us out of this exile. There's a spiritual exile. Yes, we've been exiled from our homeland, the Holy Land, around the year 60 after the Common Era, if I'm not mistaken. That's when we got put in exile. And not only that, there was a spiritual exile. The Beis Hamikdash was destroyed, and the godly presence retreated to an extent, meaning the natural awareness of godliness that existed in the world has retreated to an extent, and we're in a much more dark spiritual place. But nonetheless, we have this ability to put fuel into our souls, to brighten this world with the good deeds and the Torah that we learn. And like I said, when we teach others, this only multiplies this process. We have to teach others as well, and they teach others. And it's really a cycle, as I've said so many times before. And when we use these techniques, there's no place for the darkness. Hashem made our souls stronger than the evil inclination. All we have to do is do our part, and Hashem will do the rest. Our soul is a piece of Hashem. A piece of Hashem is infinite. A piece of Hashem is pure. And when we do good deeds, we're bringing Hashem into us, and then the evil inclination has no access. So thank you so much. May Hashem bless you in everything you do. If you didn't subscribe, please subscribe so you could see all my future videos, and please leave a comment with any question you might have. Thank you so much.